everybody, I hope you're all doing well, and for my friends in America I want to say happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're all having a lovely time. So this video we've got a little bit, well, we've actually got quite a chunk of Prince William actually, and then we've also got to talk about the Duchess of Disaster, or rather Carry On Duchess, who seems to have opened Pandora's box and is desperately trying to close it, and she just can't. And no amount of charity appearances with their children is going to stop people talking about kleptomania manic Meg. So let's not start off with Duchess sticky fingers, and instead let's start off some of the nice stories to do with Prince William. Tiny bit of a catch up because I want to talk about an event that he did on the 20th of November, where he went to Leeds and he opened the Rob Burrow Centre for Motor Neurone Disease at Seacroft Hospital in West Yorkshire, and he also met with Rob's widow Lindsay and their 3 children. The unit is named after the former Leeds Rhinos rugby star who developed the disease MND and sadly passed away because of it in 2024, but not before spending his final years raising awareness and also raising millions to go towards MND charities and research. There was a lovely hug between Prince William and Lindsay Burrow outside the centre when he arrived. They have met on a number of occasions, and one important big day was when Rob was awarded his CBE for all of his charity fundraising efforts. The new centre is the first purpose-built unit dedicated to MND research, care and support, and it leaves a wonderful legacy for the children to remember their father by. Prince William spent time speaking to Macy, Maya and Jackson and said it was an honour to visit and to be there to open the centre, and that Rob was an incredibly brave and special man. Prince William has always been amazing with children, and I loved how sweet he was, in particular with Rob and Lindsay's, and the natural warmth and affection that he clearly has for the family. And judging by the big beautiful smiles on the children's faces, they obviously really enjoyed meeting up with Prince William again, and I can't imagine how proud they must be of their father. And it's one of those moments where it's so hard not to get choked up. Prince William also met with Rob's best friend and former teammate Kevin Sinfield, who also received a CBE because he was involved with a lot of the fundraising and he supported his friend throughout his illness, and obviously he's incredibly close with Lindsay and the children. One particular event which definitely had me in tears was this incredible marathon that they did together, and he helped carry his friend over the finish line. And as I said, between them they managed to raise, I think it was over 15 million to go towards MND research and helping other people that suffer from the disease, which is just incredible. I think that anybody that can go through and experience some of the most hardest and heartbreaking experiences such as MND and turn it into an opportunity to help and support others, and that is to be truly admired. As I said, what a wonderful legacy now to leave behind for his children. Now, moving away to a more recent appearance that Prince William did, he had an action-packed day out as the Prince of Wales in Wales. On the 25th of November, Prince William visited Colwyn Bay in North Wales, where there was quite a few locals who had turned out to meet him, and one lady in particular called Angela, well, let's just say that she really got to grips with him. I mean, who can blame her? I think Angela's part my spirit animal, really, if given the opportunity. But I love the way that Prince William, he handled the situation, and he was very sweet towards her. Even the security guard behind him, you can see, has got a little bit of a smirk on his face. If it had been the other one, he probably would have had her bundled to the ground by his security team as he would be whisked away for his safety. But thankfully, Prince William is nothing like his attention-seeking younger brother, and he really just has a natural charm and affection with everybody that he meets. And one particular clip I'm going to share, which I think is lovely, we've seen him do this before. He helped a mum and a daughter get the perfect selfie.
Oh, I'm not very tall, so...
I do my... Do you want... I do my right arm. My right arm's longer, that
Top man. Nice. Top man, William.
Thank you so much.
Top man indeed. I completely agree with that man in the crowd. He doesn't have to do this. He's probably on a tight schedule. And I love the fact that he's so personable. He does really take the time to have conversations with people and to give them the best photo op. No wonder his and Catherine's popularity is through the roof. Prince William's visit to the beach was in part to shine a spotlight on people living in coastal communities, and he met with the Marine Conservation's Youth Ocean Network to learn about a community-led project that helps to connect the local communities together with the ocean, where they can learn about sustainable ocean management, local marine heritage, and they get to connect with other people that have similar interests. They care about the coast, and they also understand the well-being benefits of visiting the seaside. I mean, who doesn't love a good day out at the seaside, especially when you get to see and meet Prince William? And there was one photograph in particular which I loved, which was taken by Oliver Tyrrell, and it's stunning, of Prince William. And a lawyer's life compared it to this particular painting, and I can really see that. It's so nice. I thought to myself, I might get my husband to recreate that when we go down to the beach next time, because it would look lovely on our wall. I mean, I would print this one off and have Prince William, but I think he might get a little bit upset when he starts noticing our photograph wall that's got all of our memories and our holidays. He'd be like, that's not me, who's that? Oh, really? It's not you? Oh, how did that get there? On to Prince William's second engagement. He attended youth sheds. They are safe spaces for young people, run by young people with the guidance of supporting adults. They are designed as places where young people who are going through difficult times, difficult circumstances, maybe they're being bullied, maybe they've been expelled from school, maybe they're just having a bit of a rough time at home. And this is a place that they can come and make friends. A bit like a youth club, but I would say on a smaller scale. It's meant more for the kids that sometimes fall through the cracks. Perhaps they don't have a lot of confidence amongst their peers, and this enables them to take part in lots of fun and social activities without getting overwhelmed. I think it sounds like a wonderful place for young people and for children who are struggling to make friends, you know, especially if there's not great things going on at home or at school for them. And there was a very, very sweet moment actually with Scott Jenkinson. He is the founder, and he was talking to Prince William about the importance of having his wife Sian's support throughout this journey. And she said to Prince William, do you know about everything that, you know, Scott has overcome? You know, he's turned his life around. And it turns out that Scott had previously battled drug addictions, homelessness, and he just decided to turn his life around with lots of support. And now he's doing something so good in the community. He wants to help young people before they potentially end up in the situation that he did himself. And that, again, that is completely admirable and wonderful. But it did lead to Prince William saying something which got, I think, a lot of us swooning a bit. He said, behind every average man, there is an even better wife. And I just thought that was a really, really lovely thing to say. And of course, I'm sure most of us agree with that too. Now, for his final engagement for the day, Prince William went to a children's comedy workshop run by Welsh comedian Kiri Pritchard McLean, and William took part in some games, with one being Guess Who I Am, where the children portray fictional characters and they have to guess each other's roles. They also created short comedy sketches around the themes of Cinderella and Aladdin. And needless to say, I think some of these children are already clearly talented, if Prince William getting the fits of giggles is anything to go by. Now, speaking of comedy sketches, we've got the one that is continually writing itself over in Montecito. We call it Carry On Duchess. And quite a carry on it is, because it seems every time Meghan tries to correct the narrative, the worse it gets for her. And the thing is, with recent events, the genie is out of the bottle and it's not going back in. And no appearances with the children, doing little charity promos is going to stop people talking about some recent things that have been revealed. So her first clapback is against what was released in the Harper's Bazaar magazine, where Meghan is telling staff to announce her using her royal titles. An etiquette expert trained by a former member of the royal household who worked under Queen Elizabeth II has defended Meghan in part for Meghan getting staff to announce her arrival. She says that what she has done, there is nothing wrong with it, as it is her title. But it's when they further explain, it seems like, are they really defending her, or are they just pointing out how arrogant and full of herself she really is? They said, this is her choice, which is the point. It is her choice. And so for whatever reason, this is how she feels the most comfortable being introduced. Well, of course she is. Meghan is all about self-aggrandizing. She wants everybody to know how important she is, that she's special, and she should be treated differently to everybody because she has a royal title. And despite doing a runner from being a royal because she didn't enjoy it, each year that goes by since she quit, she seems to be becoming more obsessed with trying to portray one. But even our real royals don't behave how she's acting. Because this etiquette expert further down in the article, in Harper's Bazaar, funnily enough, also pointed out that William and Catherine do not have announcements when they come into the room. William might announce himself, but he doesn't use his titles. He walks into a room like a normal person and says, "Hello, I'm William, nice to meet you." Catherine does the same. We know that Sophie is very similar, the Duchess of Edinburgh, and the Princess Royal. Nobody does what Meghan is saying she wants done for her. The same as Meghan lauding it up with the Invictus Games over in Canada. Please refer to us as Sir and Ma'am. What, not Meghan and Harry? It's obvious that working royals do not behave in this manner. So it means that Meghan is behaving like a total narcissistic diva because Meghan is a total narcissistic diva. Now, the second clapback, this is going to, which I'm sure you can guess, come back to Meghan being somewhat accused, shall we say, of being light-fingered after photo shoots. The exclusive by Meghan's spokesperson was given to none other than People magazine, of course. I'd imagine that Meredith is still hanging on in there, probably by the very last thread at this moment in time. But the spokesperson has said, the insinuation that any items were taken without full knowledge and agreement of the on-set stylists or their respective teams is not only categorically false, but also highly defamatory. Any items kept were done so in total transparency and in accordance with contractual arrangements. Sorry, I'm not believing that one at all. The fact that Vanessa Grigoriadis, who, as I said in my previous video, works for the New York Times and Vanity Fair, she got told down the grapevine that Meghan was taking items, and I just believe her. I do believe her. The fact that she felt strongly enough about it, she had been told by sources that she confidently said that a couple of years ago, I think it was. It, to me, shows that Meghan uses her royal titles to throw her weight around, and I think she's found a good blag as well. But as for this spokesperson Meredith, defending her, saying no, it's got to be contractual obligations, well, isn't it funny that Variety or Reitman's or The Cut magazine, they've never come out and defended Meghan, saying no, it was an agreement, we actually gave her these items. They have remained rather stum. Even US Weekly tried to contact Variety and they have refused to back up Meghan's claims. So where I'll talk about Meghan blagging and using her royal titles to do so, this involves another media outlet, Page 6, that spoke to another source, obviously, Harry and Meghan's team, batting for them, and they turned around and said that Meghan was required to archive her clothes. They said as a royal, she was required to archive all of her looks. It was known when things were pulled that they may not be returned. Well, this backs up, as I said in my last video, that it's not that she sneakily tries to steal something under, cloak and dagger, shoves it in her handbag like a dirty little shoplifter. No, Meghan just blatantly goes, I'm taking that. I have to take it. I have to archive it. It's royal protocol. And the thing is, it's not royal protocol, but perhaps to people that aren't aware, but they should be aware of the fact that Meghan quit being a working royal a long time ago and only managed 72 days in the job. But real royals, yes, they do have clothes on loan, but they return them. And perhaps if they like something, then they will then buy it. At no point in Meghan's defense from her spokesperson does it say that Meghan actually bought the items herself. No, contractual obligations allowed her to take it. But this person's saying that she has to archive her looks. 72 days as a working royal. No, even when you were working royal, that's complete and utter bullshit. Meghan's behaviour since she's left the royal family has become more outrageous. I would say she's out-Fergied Fergie at this point. I couldn't even imagine the ex-Duchess of York doing something like this. She is absolutely mercenary and cutthroat when it comes to using her titles to her advantage. And this one, as I said, I think that she's just got a really good blag. Oh, I have to take it. I must take these items. No, you don't. And as many of you guys pointed out, it doesn't matter if she blatantly takes it or if she sneaks it in her handbag. Taking something that you don't have permission for is still stealing. So yes, Meghan can absolutely get as many strongly worded, slightly undertones of legal threatening statements being put out there, but Pandora's box is open and Pandora has found quite a lot of things missing from that box. And her biggest problem now is it's the Streisand effect. And this happens to Meghan when she tries to correct the narrative, because people then start looking harder. Because what this has now done is people on social media, the sleuths of social media, are now beginning to look at a lot of other photo shoots that she's done. And they've realised that Meghan has worn things from other photo shoots when she was a working royal, when she left being a working royal. Meghan seems to have been taking stuff for some time. And not only that, she said in a magazine interview that the only thing she kept from Suits was one single pencil skirt because she had emotional attachment to it, because it was her first episode as Rachel Zane. But as it turns out, Meghan has got an awful lot of stuff, or at least she did have at one point, that was once worn on Suits, not even necessarily by her. So I don't think that she's going to get rid of this Duchess sticky fingers tagline anytime soon. And I think the next photo shoot that she goes to, they're going to make sure everything's nailed to the ground. So on that note, guys, I will be back with you very soon. We have had an engagement today with the Princess of Wales. We've also had Prince William appear at the annual Tusk Conservation Awards. And there is something, as I said, Harry being paid to give another speech. I'll pop that in tomorrow's video. And yes, that's it for me on this one. Tell me your thoughts and I will see you very soon. Take care for now. Bye.